with big breaking details this morning and this afternoon about your stimulus. And it's exactly the details I told you we're going to hit on Friday. I've been telling you this for over a week, and the details are hitting. In this video, I'll be going over what happened in the last few hours. You should not be surprised to you because you are already empowered as the purple power. You already knew what was going to happen today. But there were a few extra add-ons, a lot of deliciousness. This is home LALATE that always has your delicious news midday, lighthearted, easy breezy, with also some home decor, and also giving you the latest update across the board, lighthearted and to the point. Hey, Charlotte. Welcome, Charlotte, to the family. Welcome to becoming a Purple Hawk. I appreciate you joining me. In this recording, I'm going to go over the breaking details about your first stimulus, your second stimulus, and your executive orders. Meantime, I'll give you an idea of what's happening with third stimulus. I'm really excited for you because so far I've been able to really predict exactly what's happening, literally 100% correct. And so we're doing pretty good so far. And if you joined between the videos and I did not give you a shout out, I am so sorry. If you're new and I did not give you a shout out, certainly drop in the comments. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe. Like this video, hit that alert button, and if you become a member during this video, I'll give you a shout out. Become a member by clicking the link in the description, in the pinned comment, or at the top of the chat. In this video, I'll be going over what just unfolded today about first stimulus, second stimulus, and also executive orders. The excitement is actually predictable. So if you've been with me since last weekend, you knew this was going to happen. All right, let's go over each of them one at a time. First, under the first stimulus package, there's some things that have been unpaid. And I told you last weekend that today, Joe Biden would give an order to all the departments to send out unpaid items under first stimulus. That order was delivered. I told you last night, I told you this morning it was going to be coming, and just minutes ago, the order was delivered. Among the orders is an order to Janet Yellen, Treasury Secretary to Joe Biden, to ensure that first stimulus, unpaid, is paid. That's that first stimulus check that some viewers still have not gotten and they're eligible for. Now, to jump a little bit out of order, he also gave the order to ensure that the second stimulus check, which nearly 50% of the viewers of this channel have not gotten, is sent out. I'll explain to you the breaking details I have about that second stimulus check just minutes ago. That's coming up later in this recording. More about that in a second. The other thing that is clearly hitting like like an anticipated delivery from your favorite online retailer is the EIDL grant. No less than 2 weeks ago, myself and Jason on the EIDL channel were telling you that the EIDL grant was going to get paid. This is what's happening. People who are in the low-income communities are getting the remainder of the $10,000 EIDL grant paid first. And I've been reporting, and he's saying the same thing, that those that are not in low-income communities, you'll get paid as well after them. Hey, Carolina, welcome to becoming a Purple Hawk. So if you're a 2020 applicant for the EIDL grant, you will get the remainder of your $10,000 grant at some time in progression. First low income first, and then we'll be going to non-low income thereafter. All right, so let's now cut to second stimulus. The executive orders announced today were absolutely no surprise to the Hawks. Everyone welcome Carolina to the family. Ooh, what'd I just do? What'd I just do? I opened some filters. I hope you could see me. What the world did I just do? Okay. Normal. Normal. Beam. I don't know what's going on. Well, I hit a filter. I don't know what this is. Crush. Oh, I can add filters to myself. Okay. Well, there we go. You're fine. Okay. I'm now blush filter. Stimulus in the dark. Yeah, we had stimulus in the dark the other day. So if you can see me in the dark, you can see me in the light. I know, had no idea there were filters that I could just filter out stimulus. So there's always some excitement. The bad news is I can only see less of your comments than I can or normally see. I see actually less than I would normally see. There's Jeep Guy. Everyone welcome Jeep to the family. Welcome, Jeep. So the bad news is I may see even less of your comments than I would normally even see. Everyone welcome Jeep to the family. The cutting over to second stimulus, the incredible great news as predicted is that unpaid items under second stimulus are getting paid. The executive orders today started with Joe Biden asking the U.S. Department of Treasury to adopt tools to more efficiently deliver the direct payments approved to Congress to eligible people. That's the stimulus checks. So that's to ensure that people unpaid their stimulus checks under the second stimulus package will get paid. What are the breaking details I have for you this afternoon? Two things. There's two ways to get that unpaid $600 stimulus check that people had not received. The first way is to wait for Janet Yellen and Treasury and IRS to go live with a tool that will be on irs.gov that says, hey, request my check. I haven't gotten it. That's the first way. Hey, Patricia, everyone welcome Patricia to the family. Welcome, Patricia, for becoming a Purple Hawk. Everyone welcome Patricia to the family. That's the first way to request the $600 stimulus check. It's not live yet. It's not live, but it will be at irs.gov. I have no link for it. It will be on irs.gov. The second way is actually delineated and explained on irs.gov, is to file your tax return. February 12th, the first day you could file your 2020 tax return, file it on the very first day and request your unpaid $600 stimulus check. There is guidance on it on irs.gov. I won't go over it. Anyone can file a tax return, even if you're on SSI or SSDI. I said that a couple times, so no need to repeat it again. Everyone can file a tax return. Hey, someone just joined. Colleen, thank you for joining, becoming a Purple Hawk. And Tyler, thank you for the super chat. Really good news there. Everyone welcome them to the family. So the next thing is, so if you've not gotten the check, you can have two methods. One, to either request it, or two, to file the tax return. My suggestion is file the tax return. That's February 12th. Details are on irs.gov. Everyone can file a tax return. Everyone can file a tax return. It just has a lot of zeros on it if you have nothing going on in your life, and then you just have that line item. IRS explains how to file it. All right, the next one is rent. Rent from the second stimulus package is finally going out. I said this was going to happen, and this is really exciting, great news. Alicia has dropped a comment. I've seen someone else drop the comment as well. I'm going over things that are law, so I'm not going over things that have not happened. So people are asking me, when am I going to get things that haven't happened? They haven't happened. That's why you don't have it. Can you use the emojis to help me with this, folks? Not bill yet, not law yet. So if people are asking me, when am I going to get things that haven't happened? When they happen. When they happen. Haven't happened yet. So when am I going to get that thing that hasn't happened? When it happens. Not bill yet, not law yet. And a lot of people have asked that question in the first 8 minutes of this video. So it's just not happening yet. I appreciate. Oh, someone did it again. It's just not happening. So I'm just. When am I donut questions? When am I getting more checks? Hasn't happened yet. I'm trying to fix people who haven't gotten their second check, which is law. All right, the next one is rent is finally live. Now, if you subscribe to this channel, then you can see on the community page of YouTube that I posted the link for Treasury on giving guidance about how you get rent. Bottom line is exactly like I said. The second stimulus rent is very restrictive. It doesn't mean that you can't get it. It's just very restrictive. So if you want rent, reach out to the volunteers in the pinned comment to this video. They are on the LALATE community page, news.lalate.com/community. They can help you with rent. But the second stimulus rent is very elaborate. You need to have at least one member of your household lost income or incurred significant expenses due to the pandemic. So either you have expenses or you lost income. Your income level for 2020 cannot exceed 80% of your area's median income, and you have to show in writing you've met these requirements. Very document intensive. Renters can apply by calling 211 or 311. Landlords can, does not qualify for homeowners. You can get back rent. You can knock a back rent up to 12 months, and you go forward for 3 months. Very elaborate, very, to the book, a lot of documents. If you really want rent, reach out to the volunteers. Make it easier. Reach out to the volunteers, and they'll help you with rent from first stimulus and the nonprofits. Now, what are the other exciting executive orders today, LA? They're just delicious. The other executive orders today are really incredible, great news. First, SNAP, which was supposed to be in the third stimulus package, giving you an additional 6 months of increases for 15%, is now supposed to go by executive order. And this is really delicious, great news. The second stimulus package gave you an increase in SNAP benefits for 6 months, January to June, 15%. The third stimulus package was to also do that additional 6 months. But Joe Biden today said, you know what, I'm not going to wait for that bill. I'm just going to ask Department of Agriculture just to do it themselves. So I love this. What's SNAP? SNAP is food. How much is it? It's $1,400 a month, family of 4 if you live in Hawaii. How do you get it? Department of Agriculture or 211. Well, what's happening now today about that? What would happen? Basically, a 15% increase for SNAP for the entire year of 2021. This is deliciousness. This is pure deliciousness. Now, I'm not done with that at all, because guess what? Joe Biden is taking PBET, pandemic EBT, which some cases apparently was not being offered in some states, and taking it national and saying, you know what, I'm going to do it nationally, and I'm going to increase that by 15%. Wow. Someone just dropped, I'm in New York, and my increases went from like 187 to 234. So that's a nice increase. Now, what's PEBT? It means if your child has to stay home from school and you have to feed your child, then you're spending money on the child, not the school. They're going to give you PEBT, about $114 a month per child. Now, that was before today. Joe Biden saying, hey, that's not enough. I'm going to increase it. So ask Department, he's saying Department of Agriculture, increase it for 15% for them as well. So wow, the kid's going to approximately 134. Hey, Jessica, welcome to the family. Everyone welcome Jessica. So that's about 134 per child. That's a lot of money. Now, let me recap, because this may sound a little bit too delicious. It is delicious. 15% for the entire family under SNAP, and then an additional 15% for the child that has to stay at home. So let's say the family of 4 in Hawaii. I just told you, a family of 4 is about $1,400 a month, $1,400 a month. Well, you would add on that $114 for the child staying home from school, and then Joe Biden's going to add another 15% on that. So you're almost up to, what is about $1,600? This is a lot of deliciousness. So there you go. Next one is, thank you, Daphne, for becoming a Purple Hawk. I love that name, Daphne. Everyone welcome Daphne to the room. With 1,000 people already in the room at the 13-minute mark, I'll have an update for you at the 15-minute mark. The next one is for people who work for government contractors. I got a tweet from someone about this earlier. Didn't understand what I meant. Government contractors are not government employees. These are third parties like landscaping companies, plumbers, carpenters. These are third parties that are brought in for the federal government to do things. They may be fixing the grounds or mowing the grass at the federal building. They're third-party gardening companies. I'm just giving you examples. Joe Biden is signing an executive order to require all the employees for the third-party contractors are paid at least minimum wage and paid sick leave. Hey, thank you for the super chat. It flew across the screen. I couldn't see it. These are executive orders. So they are, let me explain. These are all laws. These are all laws. Hey, Barbie Gang TV. I love that. Everyone welcome Barbie to the room. It is law. So if you work for a third-party contractor that does stuff for the federal government, you are required to get minimum wage of $15 an hour and paid sick leave. The paid sick leave is huge because you're going to see that in the third stimulus. It's $1,400 a week, up to $1,400 a week. Moolah City. All right, let me explain the implication at the 15-minute mark of everything I just went over. Hey, Jalen. Everyone welcome Jalen to the family. Welcome Jalen to the family. These are all laws. An executive order is a law, does not require act of Congress. Now, the only case in which they're not executive orders is when he doesn't have to do executive orders. He can just say to Department of Agriculture, do you have some money there? Yeah, we have some money there. Department of Agriculture is just going to do their own internal policy to increase your benefits. So sometimes he doesn't have to even do executive order. Bottom line is everything I just told you is law. It is law. Law, 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 law. You said a dancing bear? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see the dancing bear. Dance with the dancing bear. I'm sorry. I have half a screen today. I don't know what happened. I have lots of filters on my screen, and I have less of you. So I'm not trying to hide from anyone. Nancy with the dancing bear. I appreciate Nancy on the dancing bear. At the 16-minute mark, let me give you the big update where we are. Boy. That was a lot of news in only 16 minutes. With 1,100 people in the room, thank you for joining me on Home LALATE, our midday lighthearted recording of LALATE. This is your second stimulus, first stimulus, and third stimulus update. So far in this recording, I've given you the big updates of unpaid items under first. Thank you, Tracy, for the dancing bear. I've given you big updates as to what's going on, and what happened today is not a surprise to viewers because I said it was going to happen for you over the last week. The first item is that unpaid items in the first stimulus check package are being paid. One, EIDL grants for unpaid low-income communities, and then they're going to head to non-low-income communities. Second, unpaid stimulus checks from the first stimulus check package will be paid. Then let's turn to second stimulus. Rent grants went live today. Well, rent grant went out to cities and counties to go live for you today. That includes utilities. Then Janet Yellen is stepping in to ensure that the stimulus check from the second stimulus check package is paid no less than two different ways. Either a requested tool will go live on IRS, or you'll be able to put a line item on your tax return to get it refunded back to you by refund mechanism. Third, an executive order went live to extend SNAP benefits to December 31st of this year. Hey, Veronica. Welcome, Veronica, to becoming a Purple Power. Wow. Welcome, Veronica. 15% for SNAP now extended to December. Finally, an increase, a PEBT nationally, so you can get it everywhere, and that will be raised to 15% along with government contractors now have to pay you paid sick leave and $15 an hour. And there was, oh, I missed that one. That one was Eva. Hey, Eva, thank you for joining the room. Welcome, everyone, Eva. And there's Nancy with the super chat. And there's, wow, I can't even see that one. We're flying here. Terry, hey, Terry. Everyone welcome Terry to the family. All right, so now you're up to date on second stimulus, and you're up to date on first stimulus. So now let's turn to everything that's not law yet and is not bill yet. Third stimulus. There's a reason. Oh, something flew across the screen. What happened to the two standalone bills? We're not even at that. So let me explain something. I do news the way I want to do news on this channel, and other people do news the wrong way. The way to do news the wrong way is to start ignoring first stimulus and ignore second stimulus and just start talking about bills coming out in the future. And in the future, there's bills. And I'm not going to talk about first and second stimulus. Guess what? For the members of this channel, 75% of you haven't gotten 95% of the things on second stimulus. Why are we forgetting second stimulus? Viewers have not gotten the rent, the utilities, the free internet, the free childcare, the EIDL. Some have not gotten the FPUC or the UI or the stimulus check. And so, hey, there was, oh my goodness, I'm having technical problems galore today. There is Brenda Gonzalez. Wow, and a Purple Power. Welcome, Brenda Gonzalez. So it's not appropriate to sort of forget first and second stimulus because these items are coming to you now, and you need to know as a Purple Hawk how to get them first come, first serve. Before we ignore them and just sort of start talking about things that haven't happened yet. All right, so now that you're up to date on everything, oh, I have one other thing to add for second stimulus I forgot to mention, is that if you want PPP for second stimulus, the commercial banks have now opened PPP to apply for as well. So your local bank on the corner, hey, Lilani, thank you for the super chat. Your local banks in the corner can now accept your PPP applications as well. That's whether you're Grubhub, Airbnb, Uber, Lyft, and things like that. All right, now let's turn to third stimulus. And I see some of the questions that are happening. What about this in the future? There are things that are going to be happening. And the things that are going to be happening are not bill yet and not law yet. SSI and SSDI, so standalone bill. Not bill yet, not law yet. Third stimulus package, not bill yet, not law yet. Standalone bill for $10,000 student loan forgiveness, not bill yet, not law yet. The teacher's aid and the schools, not bill yet, not law yet. And finally, the job creation infrastructure, not bill yet, not law yet. But let's turn to what's happening in third stimulus package. What's happening in third stimulus package is a very convoluted, complex set of negotiations going on about third stimulus. Earlier today, I dropped a poll on the channel, asked viewers, do you want me to talk about this boring procedural twists and turns? 75% said no, 75% I do not want to hear that boring stuff because it's not bill yet. So I'm not going to cover boring procedural stuff. The bottom line is Joe Biden is taking items out of third stimulus where he can take them out of them and doing them by executive order. You're sophisticated. You're informed with this channel. You know what he can take out and you know what he cannot take out. So let's turn to our PDF. If you're a new member, I will repost the PDFs for the midday after this recording. I always post the PDFs in the morning, in the midday, and in the afternoon. As a member, you get access to PDFs. There's two PDFs currently I'm working off of. One from Monday, which covers second and third stimulus, and one about EIDL. Let's turn to that Monday PDF. That's the one that has the second stimulus at the top and the third stimulus down here. There's a series of things in third stimulus that are becoming topics of discussion by viewers of this channel and also being removed completely and going by executive order. Let's go over them. First, this morning on Morning to LALATE, we launched two new Purple Power campaigns. The first Purple Power campaign is the Purple Power campaign. Hey, Phase 1. Hey, everyone, welcome Phase 1 to the family. The first Purple Power campaign was for MSC, hashtag MSC. The second Purple Power campaign was hashtag FPUC Retro. You know the implications of it. I don't need to explain why those are hashtag campaigns. So if you agree with the hashtag campaigns, repost this video to Twitter with the hashtags MSC, hashtags FPUC Retro, hashtags LALATE, and hashtags Purple Power. Why are we doing this? Because these bills are still being negotiated. And if they're negotiating, they should hear your input as the Purple Power members. Now, when we go and look at the third stimulus package, there are some items that are getting yanked out of here and going to executive order. So let me explain where they are. In a way, I may have to revise the PDF to say, hey, these are no longer in third stimulus package. They're now by executive order. One, where is it? Number 5. Number 5 is now by yeah, I think I have to revise the PDF. So number 5, SNAP increases of 15% for 6 months is now becoming an executive order. Number 5 on your PDF, which was supposed to be in the stimulus package, yanked out and is now gone to executive order. Number 6, PEBT, which we just did, has been yanked out and has gone to executive order. Moreover, PEBT is now with a 15% increase, so that's even more delicious. It's funny that I had PEBT on here. I don't even remember that I had PEBT on here because Joe didn't really make it very clear under third stimulus it was going to be in there. And so I guess I said I had a Vulcan mind melt with him. I just said, hey, Joe, I think you need PEBT in third stimulus because it was not in his transition papers. I don't know where I got that from. So that's very unusual that the PEBT did become executive order today as I predicted it, but I don't know where I had predicted that from. Eviction moratorium, number 11. That went by executive order on Wednesday. Mortgage forbearance, that went by executive order on Wednesday. And student loan debt repayment moratorium, that went by executive order also on Wednesday. All three executive orders of those I had told you were going to happen since November, December last year. Everything absolutely happened exactly as predicted. 1,600 people in the room. I'll have an update for you at the 30-minute mark. So that turns us to what is left in third stimulus. What's left in third stimulus is the check, $1,400 individuals, $1,400 for children, adult dependents, $3,200, FPUC, UI, PUA, internet, child care, business grants and business loans, paid sick leave, student aid supplement, which I would not be surprised if it gets student aid supplement put into Department of Education somehow. I could see how a few of these other things can go by executive order. I'm very excited to see where they go. Hazard pay public sector, hazard pay private sector. Okay, let me go over hazard pay private sector. If you did not watch Hazard Pay, our new hit show on overnight's LALATE that aired at 10 p.m. on the West Coast, 1 a.m. on the East Coast, I think that hazard pay private sector could go by executive order. Hazard pay there's a potential that he wants to do it by executive order. It would be a very slippery slope. Hey, Mark, let me explain how it would sound. It would sound something like if you want to hire employees during the pandemic, you have to provide them hazard pay. And I don't know to what extent he can get away with it. I think it would be a very difficult push. He may not want to risk it. He could certainly do it with federal employees. Federal employees, he could certainly say the federal government must pay an additional hazard pay for anyone that's employed by the federal government. Then we go to child tax credit, expansion of the child tax credit, and child care tax credit. Numbers 19, 20, and 21. There's a reason as a member that I give you the document. The reason I give you the document is I want you to read it yourself. I've had some people send me private messages and also post messages, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram in the last 24 hours that said, that earned income tax credit, I don't work. How do I get that? Line 1 says if you worked and made less than $21,000. So yeah, if you hear something, please look at the document because the document says if you worked and made less than $21,000. So no need to send me a message and say, hey, how do I get that if I didn't work? You don't. It's for people who work. That's how it works. So a lot of deliciousness across the board. Finally, my advice about these missing stimulus checks. Your first day, your missing stimulus checks, and I'm seeing comments, and let me repeat something I said earlier in the video. Let me say it again. First stimulus is law. Second stimulus is law. Executive orders are now law. Third stimulus is not law yet. It's not bill yet. Hey, who is that just joined? Rich. Hey, Rich, thank you for joining the family. Everything that is not law yet and not bill yet is not due yet. But for the items that are due, a lot of you have not been paid this money or want the money, whether it's rent, utilities, food, internet, childcare, stimulus checks, multiple prior stimulus checks, 1 or 2 stimulus checks unpaid. And so what's important to understand is that they're trying to get these things unpaid as the screen really locks up today. I don't know if I can get to the bottom. Oh, there we go. What I want you to know is that there are 2 choices for this unpaid stimulus check. You can wait to February 12th and file that return exactly on February 12th, or you can watch and see if that tool goes live on the IRS website. My advice to you is give it a few days. The tool has not gone live on the IRS website, and IRS will update you. They certainly must know there's a problem. If you have not received the stimulus check, take this video and share it on social media and tag Yellen and the Treasury with the hashtag missing check. Hashtag missing check. And that's where we are. Now at the 30-minute mark. Wow, that flew. That flew. So what should we expect for the rest of the day? The day is still young. The casino VIP room is still open. They still have discounts on $12 ice cream. I'm on SSI and have no children. Can I get the low income tax credit? I don't work. No. So it's a low income tax credit for people who work. The concept is money for people who work. Ultimately, the reason why I have these PDFs, and I'm going to repost them right after the video, is you can read it. It actually is very clear. And one thing that I haven't repeated in this video is that the tax credits that I go over in this video, in this channel, these tax credits already are law. What Joe Biden is doing is revising existing tax credit laws to expand them on age and the amount. As one viewer said on Mornings LA, I went online, I saw the current one, it's up to age 16. Is he changing the age? He is changing the age. And then it's for less money. Is he changing the money? He is changing the money. There you are. What a big day it is. Throughout the rest of the day, you could possibly see more executive orders. You could possibly actually see the bill. And you could also possibly see more of the procedural wrangling as to how to get this done. I'm really excited for you. And what I will do throughout the day later today is I'll continue to take notes as to the PDF's changes with things taken out of third stimulus and made into executive order. Thank you for a midday recording of Home LALATE with 1,700 people in the room. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe. Like this video and consider becoming a member. Click the member link. Click the member link. Click the member link. Click the consider becoming a Purple Power, Casino VIP, or Purple Hawk. And with that, thank you for joining me on a big afternoon's recording. I'll see you at 3:30 Pacific time with afternoon's LALATE. Stay informed, stay focused, and stay LALATE for more.